Today we're going to be animating this submarine in Procreate Dreams. So this is the Procreate file that I've created. I've got everything basically on separate layers. So I will give this to the Patreon members so you can play around with this, all of these assets here. But let's go ahead and go over to Dreams right here, and we're going to start a new project here. We're going to keep it on widescreen HD, make an empty project. There we are. And then we're going to go over to Procreate again, and we're going to take this file. Just make sure you can move it around. We're going to hit our home button, go back into Dreams, and drop it right in just like that. Alright, we need to adjust this where it fits. I think about that is good. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to long press on our track here, and we need to convert layers to tracks, and then it'll make a group here, and then all of our layers will be intact just like that. Okay, so let me see, what will be the first thing that we're going to animate? Maybe the waves. I think the waves would probably be the best thing. So I'm going to start with this darker one first. And the first thing what I want to do is I want to stretch this thing out a bit. So I'm going to click on the little clacker, movie clacker there. We're going to hit move and move and scale. And the first thing I want to do is make this longer. So I think that's probably enough. I think that's good. So I just want to make that longer. Another thing I want to do is go into my properties here. So if you click on the file name, I want to change my properties here. In the frames per second, we're going to probably set that to 12. And the duration of this is probably going to be about 5 seconds. So then we need to get rid of that minute there. Just hit the back button there. Okay, and that should be good. So 12 frames per second, 5-second duration in the widescreen. Hit done. So then it shrinks our animation down to this much right here. Okay, I'm going to open my group back up again. It closed it for some reason. And we're going to go to the dark layer here. And we're going to hit move, move and scale. And we're going to, oops, that didn't work. We're going to start it over here about there. And we're just going to do a keyframe this one. So I think that's best. So we'll start it right there. I'm going to drag this out some. Then we'll go to the end of our frame over here. And we'll hit again. And then let's slide this over here to the end about right there. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. So one thing I noticed is we need to set this easings. So if you hold down on the track with the keyframes on it, long press, set all easings. We're going to make this linear so it'll be the same speed from start to finish. So there we go. So we got our waves moving by. So that's good for that one. And now we're going to do the same thing for the lighter layer here. So this one right here. And the same thing, we want to stretch this out and make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to hit move, move and scale, and then we're going to drag this out some. So it's a little bit longer. And then we want to move it over here where we barely can't see that line right there. So we're going to have one keyframe there, and then we're going to take it all the way over here to the end. And we're going to move it just before we can't see that line right there. And that should be good for those two, maybe. No, it didn't move. I think we didn't set our keyframe here at the end. So that make it? Yeah, that made it. Okay, and now move it over again. There we go. Okay, now let's see what they look like. There we go. We get our waves moving in the background. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so next thing, let's maybe do our fish. That should be an easy one. So let me find the frame that the fish are on, and that's one. So we want to start them off. Move and scale it. I'm going to set it off of the frame here. And then we're going to move it over here to the end. And we're going to move them across. All right. Here we go. We got our waves going. We got our fish going. All right. And then we have a fish down here on the bottom. Find out where he's at. There he is. So the same thing with this one. We're going to hit move and scale. We're going to start him off of the edge here. We're going to take him all the way over here to the end. Click on it. Move him across. And then that should be that one. Here we go. Okay, so we got our waves moving. We got our fish moving. Let's do maybe our bubbles next. All right, so I'm going to hit move and scale. I'm going to start it behind the submarine here. And then we're going to have it come out to about right here, maybe there in the middle. And then we're going to click on him. We're going to hit move and scale. We're going to have him come out right up there. And then also what we want to do is we want to start another. So we need to put our clacker up on the main track. Click on it again. We're going to hit filter this time. We're going to do the opacity. So we're going to start it at 100%, and then we're going to move it over just a little bit, and then we're going to fade it out. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Bubble comes out and fades away. There we go. And we're going to do that for all of the bubbles. So this bubble here, let's move and scale him. Starting behind the sub, we'll make him come out. Make him go down here. And then we're going to filter him, opacity, and then we're going to take him out to about right there, and then we're going to fade that opacity out. Okay, so we got two bubbles done. Okay, now let's do our third bubble. So click on it, move and scale. We'll start him behind the sub. We're going to bring him out to about right there. Move and scale again. We're going to have him come out here in the middle. And then bring up to the top. Filter it. Opacity. So it's at 100%. And then we're going to move it over to about right there where the other one is. And then we're going to filter or fade it out. Alright, so now we should have all of our bubbles. Here we go. Alright. So if you're enjoying the content, I have a small favor to ask that makes a huge difference. Subscribing to my channel is like giving a virtual high five, and it means the world to me. When you hit that subscribe button, you're not just supporting the channel, you're joining an incredible community of awesome people who love art just as much as you do. Imagine being part of something bigger where every view, like, and comment helps us grow and reach more awesome folks just like you. Plus, subscribing is super easy. It's just one click, but that one click has a ripple effect, helping me create more content, bringing new ideas to life, and spreading positivity all around. And hey, in the spirit of kindness, how about this? Subscribe and then go out and do something nice for someone today. Hold the door open for a stranger, leave a kind note for a coworker, or simply smile at someone who looks like they need it. Let's make the world a bit brighter together. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and let's make amazing things happen. Thank you for your support. You're the reason this channel exists. So that's good. Let's do our anchor next. Let me find our anchor. Which one is our anchor? Is it this yellow one here? No, that's our propeller. I think it's that one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to move and scale him. And then we want to set the, hit that three little dots right there. We're going to edit our anchor point. We want it right up here at the top. About right there. All right, and then I think we're going to do this one for a performance mode. So if you click on the little circle right there, it's ready to record. Now I'm going to click on one of these little dots until we get that little curve line there. I'm going to rock him back and forth. Okay, see what that looks like? Here we go. I like it. Okay, so we got all kinds of things going on here. Okay, the next thing we want to do, maybe we'll do our periscope next. So our periscope is right here. And he's on top. You know, I think I want him under what he's on top of right now. So I'm going to take this frame here, hold down on it. We're going to drag it under that frame there. Okay, and then that frame, we can delete that. Okay, what I want to do with this one is move and scale him. And I think we're going to do a performance mode on this one too. Alright, I'm just going to make him bounce up and down. Alright, just like that. Just make sure you don't go too high where it comes out above the line there. Alright, so we got that done. We'll turn off performance mode. What else do we need to animate? I think the propeller, we'll do that next. So this one's going to be a little bit tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new frame on top of that new track. Alright, and then we're going to go into drawing mode. Just like that. And I want this propeller color here, but I want to darken it up a bit. So I'm going to go to my slider here and just make that a little bit darker. And then what I'm going to do is go back to draw, make this a little bit bigger so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to draw like a little shape just like that and color it in. You don't have to match perfectly. Alright, so that's one little frame there. So you're going to go over another frame, and then this one, we're going to do one right here in the middle. Maybe about like that. Okay, then we're going to do another one. Actually, let me stretch these out a bit. We want these right up next against each other. There we go. Alright, and we're going to do one more. We're going to do the bottom part here. Just like that. And I think that's good. So it's going to kind of make the propeller look like it's moving. So now what I want to do is I want to go out of drawing mode. I'm going to select this little layer thing here. We want to draw a line through these and click on all of them. We're going to hold them down and we're going to group them. Alright, so the reason I'm doing that is because I want to duplicate them. And it's just easier to do it by group. Just keep on holding one down and duplicating it. Let me zoom out here and let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's good. So it looks like it's moving, like it's spinning. It's exactly what we wanted. Alright, so we got our propeller done, we got our bubbles done. I think the last thing to do is, I'm going to try to do this. It was not too easy to do, but this frame here, I wanted this to pass beyond the windows. But the problem I was having is it's too big. So maybe I need to erase some of it. I tell you what I'll do is, let me turn, well, if I turn the sub off, we're not going to be able to. How can we do this? maybe right there, and then go into drawing mode and go to the eraser tool. Maybe try to erase some of this thing here and maybe on this side. Let me see if that did anything worthwhile. See, I don't want that part either. So we're going to go into drawing mode again. We're going to erase this little bit. Okay, out of drawing mode. Let's move and scale. And then we're going to have this thing move and scale. And I have it pass by the window to about right there. Now let me erase this top little part off. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I hope that achieved what I wanted it to. I think it's good enough. We're not professional animators here. We are just hobbyists. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select all these guys here. And we're going to long press. It just does not want to cooperate. Group. Alright, now they're all in a group. Now we should be able to select everything. Okay, so let me make it smaller. No, not that small. Okay, we want to get all the way up to there. Long press, group, okay? Now this should do it, I hope. So move and scale. We need to click on the three little dots and set our anchor point back up towards the middle top. Hit done. Alright, and now we want to come out about 1/3 of the way. So maybe here. And we're going to move and scale again. And then we're going to rotate him up like that. I'm going to come out 1/3 more. Click on it, move, scale. Slide him back up like that. And then towards the end here, we're going to make him level out again. Move and scale again. All right. It worked. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with a final animation in full screen at the end of the video here. Thank you so much. I hope this has helped you guys out on how to use Procreate Dreams and make it do what you want it to do. It's still a little finicky and sometimes I struggle with it, but pretty much I can do what I want to do if I just have a little patience with it. But having said that, I will see you guys next time for another Procreate or Procreate Dreams tutorial. Take care and thanks for supporting the channel.